Hey guys, another new all-time high today. I hope you are getting your fair share of this market. It has been a crazy, phenomenal market this year so far, and the year's only halfway over. It's going to get even better. Stick with me and I'll show you how you can take advantage of this. But first, let me tell you, this is Bruce Marshall. If you don't know, with another market update here, we're going to talk about the market and more importantly, consistency and how I've been trading this market. Now, I've been trading professionally for 37 years as a career, as a profession, so I've been through a lot of these markets. But let's dive in here and take a look at this and see what we can make heads or tails of what's going on here. And first of all, again, new all-time high today, 64.18. It's been one after another. The hits just keep on coming. Let me show you here. I'm going to start with a daily chart, and we're going to work our way out. As you can see, all-time high, new all-time high, new all-time high, new all-time high. We just keep keep climbing the ladder there, and it keeps getting better. Now, we had Tesla and Google report last night. Tesla's down, Google up, etc. But we're still just scratching the surface on this earnings season so far. We've got a lot more to come, and that's what I'm going to tell you what I think about what's going on with this market. Let's go out here to a little bit longer time frame. I'm just going to go all the way out to a year. I like to look at 20 because that's the sessions in an average month. So that gives you a bird's eye view, quick picture of what the prior month has looked like. Trading days, not calendar days. But here is a 1 year chart, and this is where it gets kind of crazy. Let me show you. See that little dotted line? If you if you use TOS, you know what that is. That is the start of the new year. So this is 2024, this is 2025. And remember, we were talking about the Christmas rally, Santa rally. It kind of ended right there. And then we went into this chop, and then we fell completely off the cliff here in January. And really never looked back until this is April down here. Now, if you were following me, we were taking money off the table all the way down. I was about 50% cash around here, and it worked out great. But I want to show you a couple things, tips and tricks here. This does not have to be a wipeout. I know a lot of traders just had a lot of trouble with navigating this market all the way down and all the way back up. And ideally you get short all the way down, you get long all the way back up. We were somewhere kind of in the middle. Mostly went to cash, and we're going more and more to cash here and jump right back in here. It's been a really good year yet. I am crushing the S&P this year, and it's been a good year, and I hope you have too. If not, you need to work on your consistency, and I'm talking about consistency from not a winning trade or two or three, but I'm talking about an overall portfolio. How do you trade an overall portfolio? There are cogs in the wheel that have got to line up when you're doing this, right? Especially in a market like this. It's very easy when this, slow, steady grind up, that type thing, but that is not what we have. So let me show you something real quick. Now this from top to bottom, or bottom to top, however you want to do it. Actually, bottom to top. Let's do this. This is a 26% return we've had in 63 trading sessions. Let me make sure I've got my math right over here. Yeah, 63 trading sessions. We're up 26%. That is insane, right? That doesn't happen very often. Very, very, very rare. So, when was the last time that had happened? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's look. Let's go back here. I'll do a 10-year chart. And the last time that happened was COVID. Right here. And these are voodoo lines. Let me clean this up a little bit so I can show you a little more clearly here. Let's just put on simple moving averages. Right? Okay. So check this out. And I'm getting my pointer over here is what I'm looking at. But this is COVID. That's when COVID happened. Remember, if you were trading then, it was the end of the world, lockdowns, put your mask on and go get some toilet paper, and some bottled water or whatever. Straight down, straight back up. V-shaped recovery, right? This was one of the best years that I ever had trading. And again, I've been trading for 37 years. This is turning out to be a pretty fantastic year too. Well, how do you do that? This is a horrible year. Everybody got their head chopped off on the way down, and then everybody was afraid to get back in. No, no, no. There's ways to look at strategies and ways to trade this to be consistent, right? But what I want you to notice is high to low and then back to high. You see that V recovery? High to low, back to high. This is the most similar pattern that in recent history. We could go back to 1999, of course, and some of the others, same kind of pattern. But what does this suggest? And bear with me here, because this suggests that when we come down here, COVID, we come down here, you see that slight little pullback here? That's what I'm expecting here, actually, for August and September. If it's textbook, it may not be, but if it's textbook, that's what is likely to happen. But look what's on the other side of that. I think that's what's going to happen. We will buy the dip over here, and we'll do it carefully, and we'll manage our positions, and if we need to hedge, we'll hedge, and that type thing. You know, there's more to it than that. It's not that simple, but I think this is setting up to be a cookie cutter of what happened during COVID. Again, let me clean this up again, and I'll show you again. Fast V down, fast V back up, breather here a little bit, and then we take off. Fast V down, 200-day almost. Fast V back up. We'll take a little breather here. There's no Fed meeting in August. August, September seasonally weak. To the tune of about 1, 2, 3%, 1, 2 or 3% actually. And then we take off again. So be ready for that. Don't be afraid of that when it happens. And again, if you guys are trading with me at Simpler in the bias room, we're doing this all together. But I wanted to point that out and let you guys know what I was thinking and what to expect. I've done several videos on this exact same thing, thinking that we might repeat this. I think it's more likely that we do. Now, what are the variables? It's going to be, of course, what's going to happen with the Fed. We don't have Fed meeting in August, but everyone's expecting a rate cut in September. It's looking now like we might not get that, actually. Either way, a rate cut will be coming. And I'm just talking about the percentages. If you look at the bond market, is suggesting that we may or may not get a rate cut in September. But we've got a pretty good earnings season going this quarter. Again, we're coming into the dog days of summer and then lull of the summer, seasonally weak period of time. But everybody knows this. It's always like that. So it should happen, but it does, nothing's guaranteed, right? So coming out of that, we get a couple, 2 or 3 rate cuts on the back of continued strong earnings. We get more tariff resolution, things like that. We're going to go higher. So I'm positioned that way, but it's baby stepping it, right? We're not all in on anything. We're, there are ways to do it. It's more than I have time to get into in this video, but I want to let you know, if you're not being consistent, it's not that difficult. I am doing a free training next week, and I'll put a link at the end of this video or at the bottom of the video, and you can check it out. It's free. We're going to talk about that methodology, processes, things like that to streamline your trading. Again, we've been through this before. It's very obvious once somebody points that out to you. It's very obvious that this is a cookie cutter of COVID. And again, that was one of the best years. I think that might have been the best year I ever had when COVID happened, because we traded short all the way down, long all the way back up. And how do you know when to switch, and how do you know what to use? And again, that's kind of what we're going to talk about in this free training that we're going to do, because there's more than more time than I have to do in a short video here. But that's what I'm expecting. So hope it helps. Hope it piques your interest and gets you a little more bullish and gets you ready. Be prepared, for pullback. And again, we could get 1 to 3% or more. We could have much more than that if we have something come up, an event with the Fed or anything else like that. But if the market follows the typical playbook, that is what is the most likely outcome. So with that, let me wind it up. Again, I'll put a link down here in the bottom. If you want to talk to me, I'm at Simpler Trading. I have a room called the bias room that we do breakout trades and stuff like that, and do this exact thing that we're talking about. and we've been profitable for 12 years in a row, so that's pretty cool. But come see me in there. I'm glad to help you any way that I can. Click on the link down below. Come to this free training that we're going to do and see what you think. So thanks for the time. I appreciate it, and good trading. Thanks. Take care.